It was a night that fans of martial arts would never forget. A once-in-a-lifetime clash, an electrifying showdown between two legends, Li and Cynthia Rothrock. The arena pulsed with energy, the crowd roaring with anticipation. These weren't just fighters, they were icons. Li, the master of fluid speed and precision. Cynthia Rothrock, the fierce, unrelenting queen of high-octane combat. The question wasn't just who would win. It was what would happen when unstoppable force met immovable will. The bell rang. Two worlds collided. Li moved like a shadow, his body low and coiled, ready to strike. His Wushu roots showed in every motion, graceful, controlled, almost poetic. Watching him was like watching water, adaptive, flowing, and deadly. He feinted left and spun into a high roundhouse, his foot slicing through the air like a blade. Rothrock barely flinched. She was ready. Cynthia Rothrock, America's original female action star, was no stranger to fighting giants. With black belts in 5 martial arts disciplines, including Tang Soo Do and Eagle Claw, she had carved her name into a male-dominated world with grit and undeniable skill. While was all about smooth transitions and fluid combinations, Rothrock brought a raw, explosive energy. Her kicks were legendary, fast, accurate, and delivered with the power of a freight train. She didn't dance. She hit. And she hit hard. The fight was brutal and elegant in equal measure. Li's greatest strength was his speed. He could strike 5 times before most fighters even saw the first blow coming. His weakness? He often relied on finesse over force. Against a fighter like Rothrock, that came at a price. Midway through the second round, Rothrock found her rhythm. She read Jet's timing like sheet music, catching a spinning kick on her shoulder and countering with a spinning hook kick that sent Li stumbling. The crowd erupted. For the first time, Jet looked vulnerable. But vulnerability brings out greatness. Li reset. His breathing slowed, his eyes sharp as daggers. With a sudden burst of momentum, he launched into a flurry of hand strikes, fists and open palms weaving together in a blur. Rothrock blocked most, but not all. A palm strike landed flush against her sternum, momentarily knocking the air from her lungs. That's when the real fight began. They exchanged blow after blow, a ballet of bone and will. Rothrock's strategy was relentless aggression: cut off the angles, press forward, make Jet fight in tight quarters. Jet's approach was more cerebral. He sought distance, creating space to unleash his speed and agility. Their opposing styles created a dazzling contrast: raw fire versus flowing wind. Round after round, neither gave in. Jet's footwork was masterful, his counters razor-sharp. Rothrock, however, wore her grit like armor. Every time she was knocked down, she rose more determined. Her punches began to land with more frequency. Her low kicks started to chop at Li's base. By the final round, both fighters were bruised, sweat-soaked, and breathing heavily. Then came the moment that changed everything. Jet went for a flying kick, classic, cinematic, beautiful. But Rothrock was ready. She pivoted, stepped in, and caught him midair with a crushing back elbow. The strike wasn't flashy, but it was brutal. Jet hit the mat hard. The crowd fell silent. He got up, because of course he did, but the damage had been done. Rothrock smelled blood. She pressed the attack, mixing high kicks with jabs and devastating knees to the midsection. Jet tried to counter, but his timing was off. The earlier blow had rattled him. Rothrock didn't stop until the final bell rang, leaving both fighters standing, but only one clearly dominant. She won not just with power, but with strategy, resilience, and a deep understanding of her opponent. While Li dazzled with finesse, Rothrock grounded the fight. She adapted, took hits, and hit back harder. Her ability to weather the storm and still deliver precise, calculated violence made all the difference. Li, to his credit, fought like the champion he is. His technique was nothing short of brilliant. But on this night, in this arena, against this opponent, grit triumphed over grace. Fans would debate the outcome for years. Some would say Jet was off his game, others that Rothrock simply fought the perfect fight. But one thing was clear to everyone who watched it live: they had witnessed something rare. Not just a fight, but a war of spirit, style, and sheer will. 2 warriors entered. One legend walked out just a little taller. And her name was Cynthia Rothrock.